Billingsley. He is a 5'11 senior. Number 13, Xavier Williams. He is a 5'9 junior. Also number 21, Kyrese Lukens. Lukens is a 5'11 sophomore. Number 22, Jonathan Harrison. He is a 6'5 junior. And number 33, Hayden Mayer. Reigning EHT MVP, he is a 6'2 senior. So for head coach Sailor Shirts, seed Herrin Tigers. For the Harrisburg Bulldogs, coached by Andy Fehrenbacher in his first year at the helm. Of course, Randy Smith-Peters here for a long time. No longer the coach of the Bulldogs. But he's going to start Cameron Andy. He is a 6'3 junior. Mentioned Andy in his big performance yesterday against Hamilton County for the win. Miles Crank, he is a 5'11 senior. Number 21, Ross Ryder, a 5'11 senior. Number 32, Nate Lawrence. He is a 6'3 senior. And number 40, Andrew Unthink. He is a 6'3 senior as well. So for Coach Fehrenbacher, it's Andy, Crank, Ryder, Lawrence, and Unthink. For the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And so the winner tonight will advance to the semifinals tomorrow. The winner of this will go into the Final Four, and the winner will take on the winner of the next game between Carterville and Vienna. And so, Travis, I think if you're Harrisburg, they fell down in the contest early yesterday against Hamilton County. It's going to be important today. Get off to an early start. Don't fall down behind, because this Herrin team, they get a lead, they can extend it in a hurry.
Yeah, they cannot fall behind like they did against Hamilton County yesterday, or it's going to be a quick game. But if they can, stay in it early, slow down Herrin's pace, they'll have a good chance in this ball game.
So again, Harrisburg in their home white uniforms, and Herrin in their road orange uniforms. Harrisburg will go right to left here in the first half. Herrin will go left to right. It's Harrison jumping against Andy at midcourt. And Lawrence has it for the Harrisburg Bulldogs, who start this game with the possession. Crank between the circles, goes left side to Andy. He dribbles into the right hand. Gets to the basket. His shot up and good for Cameron Andy. That's your key for Harrisburg. Get him going if you want to have a chance to win it.
Yeah, he's getting off to a quick start right off the bat, going down the right lane to the right side, scoring a layup.
Lukens between the circles, goes on the near side to Williams. He's guarded by Andy. He'll get a screen from Harrison. He'll pull up from the free throw line, and just like that, both teams trade baskets. We're tied at 2. 40 seconds gone in the opening quarter, and a bit of a 1-2-2 three-quarter court press by the Tigers. Lawrence and Crank play a two-man game. They got to get it across, and they just do in time. Lawrence on the left top of the circle to Crank. He puts it on the floor and gets inside. In the far corner, it's Unthink. Back on the right top to Crank. We'll get a screen from Ryder. They try to go to the pick and roll. Now it's a pick and pop on the right top. Bounce pass to Unthink down low. He turns and shoots. Shot a little bit too high. Lawrence, though, grabs the offensive rebound, and he puts it up and in. Harrisburg scores on the first 2 trips, 4-2 Bulldogs. In the far corner, it's Harrison. Left top, Mayer. Top of the circle, Williams. Down on the near side, Billingsley. Near corner, it's Lukens. Nice cut by Mayer. He turns his shot no good, and Andy grabs the rebound. Here comes the Bulldogs. Crank, left top now between the circles. It is Cameron Andy. Getting into the 6'3 junior, leading scorer for this Harrisburg squad. Give it to Lawrence on the right top. Now in the far corner, Andy, catch and shoot 3, won't go. And a long rebound corralled by Unthink. Second chance here for Harrisburg. As Herrin is now out in a man-to-man defense. They got a little bit of a mismatch with Crank being guarded by Harrison. They go to Ryder down low, now up top to Unthink. He's got by Billingsley, now left top to Crank between the circles, met by Harrison. People still making their way into Dove Kingston, first game of the afternoon session. Harrisburg leads Herrin 4-2 with 5:50 to play here in the opening quarter. Left top, here's Lawrence. He tries to get inside. Now in the far corner, it's Crank. Crossover from Crank, now he dribbles in. He's going to pull it from mid-range on the left side. Good for Miles Crank. And it's 6-2 Harrisburg. Here's Harrison left elbow now in the far corner. It's Williams. He'll get a pick and roll, not there. Back to Lukens on the right top. Lukens crossover, screen from Mayer. He's going to pull it from the free throw line. It's no good. Unthinking Harrison fight for it, but Harrison gets the offensive rebound. Second chance for Herrin. Three for Lukens on the way. It's good. Cannot give the Tigers second chances. That's what they'll do. And Herrin, or actually it's a 6-5 game now. With that three-point shot from Lukens, Harrisburg still with the lead, but Herrin applying the three-quarter court pressure. 2-on-1 at the other end. Andy tries to spin up, got his shot blocked. And
Ball jump ball here.
Adam Cross says it was a block shot, no contact. It's a jump ball with the arrow favoring Herrin. Travis, you got to think, if you're a Harrisburg, you don't want to make this be a game where you have to make every shot. You don't want it to be a shootout. You've got to get stops defensively.
Yeah, they really got to limit the offensive possessions for Herrin as much as possible, whether it be limiting their turnovers or limiting Herrin's offensive rebounds.
They go left side to Lukens. He'll get a screen from Harrison. Pick and roll. Lukens gets inside. Dumps it off to Harrison. His shot no good, but he got his own rebound. Out to Billingsley for three. It's good for Reese Billingsley. And Herrin has taken their first lead. It's now 8-6, 4.5 to play in the first quarter. Lawrence into the front court, picks up his dribble. Now to Andy on the left side. Andy gets inside, and he'll draw the foul on his way to the basket. And that foul was
before the shot, on the floor.
Shot, yeah. So they call that one, was it on Mayer? It was on Mayer. That's his first foul. So they call it before the shot, so Harrisburg will inbound. They get into Lawrence on the right top. Now it's in the hands of Unthink. Cutting is Andy down low. He'll go up and stripped by Williams. And now a late call. And Williams had a wide open lane to the basket, but they call the foul away from the ball against
Crank.
Well, it's going to go 21, not 12. At 21, Ross Ryder commits the foul far away from the goal.
Smart play right there.
Save the basket.
Yeah, don't let him have a free layup.
8-6, Herrin with the lead. Halfway through quarter number one. Lukens between the circles goes on the far side to Williams. Harrison down low, steps through, his layup good. And a traveling violation going to be called here against Harrisburg as Lawrence tried to go forward but didn't dribble. Be a traveling violation. And with that, we have a timeout taken by Harrisburg. Coach Fehrenbacher, 30-second break. We'll take one as well. Back after this on 97.3 WRUL.
You lock up your house, you lock up your car. Citizens National Bank of Albion works hard to keep your identity and personal account information safe and secure. We encourage you to do the same. Be very cautious when receiving phone calls asking for your personal information, online banking username and passwords. CNB will never ask you for your information over the phone. Never give out your personal information. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking, member FDIC.
.343 to play here in the first quarter after a Harrisburg timeout. Herrin has put together an 8-0 run to take a 10-6 advantage. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you, 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament, game number 13. First, second round game of the winner's bracket. Lukens goes baseline, near corner. Billingsley open for three, missed it. Another offensive rebound. Lukens gets it over to Harrison. Now goes back to Lukens on the far right top. Down to the post, it's Mayer. Tries to spin and go baseline. His shot won't fall. Rebound grab by Ross Ryder. That's on the offensive rebound. Didn't hurt Harrisburg, but again, he got a box out.
Can't give this Herrin team extra possessions because they're going to make you pay for it.
Crank between the circles, guarded by Lukens. 3 minutes to go in this first. 10-6 Herrin. Unthink. Left top to Lawrence. Now goes on the right side to Ryder. Ryder puts it on the floor, left side to Andy. He'll let a three fly. It's no good. Skying for the rebound is Jonathan Harrison. And here comes the Tigers the other way. Lukens into the front court, crossover, gets inside. Maybe took 3 steps there, no good. Harrison, the offensive rebound, his putback won't fall. Then Billingsley has it, but he gets it knocked away as Crank knocks it out of bounds. Ball goes back over to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 2 offensive rebounds just on that possession alone for Herrin. Harrisburg's got to limit that.
2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Still full court pressure being applied by the Tigers. Long pass from Crank to Unthink down low, but that's why you put the 6'6" Harrison back there. He picks it off. Here comes Herrin the other way. Mayer hands it off to Lukens on the right top. Lukens directing traffic, and now they will slow things down and try to kill some clock here with a 4-point lead. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. 10-6 Tigers, and falling down is Crank as he poked it away from Lukens, but Lukens got it back, and now they're going to call an offensive foul and illegal screen against Jonathan Harrison.
Yeah, he didn't set his feet all the way. He tried to start sliding off that screen just a little bit too early.
So at the 2-minute mark of this first quarter, it's Herron with the lead, 10-6. Been an 8-0 run here by the Tigers since Harrisburg had a 6-2 lead. Carmelo Downey checks in, a 6' junior for the Bulldogs. Going against this 1-3-1 full court press put on by the Tigers, and they break it on the left side. It's Downey. Downey getting a screen from Ryder. What about pulling up, now dumps it back off to Ryder. Free throw line jumper on the way, won't fall. Unthink there for the offensive rebound and battles his way up and draws the foul. So that will send Andrew Unthink to the free throw line, the 6'3" senior. So Unthink will shoot a pair of free throws here. 1:44 to play in this first quarter, and he missed that one. Travis, if you want to pull off an upset against one of the best teams, if not the best team in Southern Illinois, you got to make your free throws. You got to box out. Harrisburg has not done that today.
Yeah, I mean, they call them free throws for a reason because they're free points. You know, there's nobody guarding you on these.
Unthink's second free throw, though, is good. That's his first point. And the Bulldogs back within 3 at 10-7. Herrin with the advantage. 1:41 to play here in the opening quarter. Lukens across the timeline. Dribbles to his right and hands it off. This could be Maddox Billingsley who gets inside. Now in the near corner, back to Reese Billingsley. Dribbles left, top of the circle. It is Williams between the circles, guarded by Crank. Crank nearly took it away. Williams got it back. Now to Billingsley. Near side, Williams, guarded by Crank. Williams, one of many guys in this Herrin lineup that can a sniper from the outside. Billingsley on a screen from Harrison. Now to Reese Billingsley. We're at the 1:05 mark in this first quarter. Near side, Lukens. Trying to work on Downey now, top of the circle, back to Harrison. On the right side, it's Billingsley once again. Back on the right top to Lukens. Lukens near side. Billingsley open for 3. That's Maddox Billingsley. It's no good. And Unthink grabs the rebound. Harrisburg comes the other way.
You know, great defense there by Harrisburg, really making Herrin work for any type of shot they're getting.
38 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Unthink. Or correction, it's Andy directing traffic now on the right side to Crank. 10-7, Herrin with the lead. Final 25 seconds. Ryder back on the right top to Crank, back to Ryder. Ryder looks. They're trying to open Andy on the right side. They can't get it to him. Now 15 seconds. Ryder dribbling near the midcourt logo on the right side to Andy. 10 seconds. Andy goes baseline to the basket. His shot blocked by Harrison, and the rebound grabbed by Mayer. 5 seconds. Herrin has it with a 3-point lead. Near side, Lukens with 2. Lukens fires. He was fouled on the 3-point shot by Downey. It's going to be 3 free throws for Kyrese Lukens with 0.7 seconds on the clock. Not a smart play by Carmelo Downey.
No, you know, 2 seconds on the clock, 40-footer, why foul? Take your percentage chances of them hitting that crazy of a shot.
So 3 free throws for Kyrese Lukens and a chance to steal 3 points to end this first quarter. You just got to be smart. Take the chances of Lukens hitting a volleyball line shot instead of giving him 3 points.
I mean, we've seen a couple of those hit here in the HT's past, but you know, not a very high percentage shot.
Lukens' first free throw will roll in. He's got 4 points, leading scorer in the game. Makes it 11-7 Herrin. He'll shoot 2 more. Second free throw on the way. Got that one as well. If you are Harrisburg, you'll have enough time for a catch and shoot here if he makes this one to end this first quarter. 0.7 seconds on the clock, 12-7. Herrin with the lead. Third and final free throw from Lukens on the way. Missed that one. Got his own rebound, trying to go back up, and he couldn't corral it. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Herrin ends the quarter on a 10-1 run to lead it 12-7 as we go to the second quarter. Back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL.
This is Nancy J. Winter, CPA. It has been a pleasure to grow with you, to go through the stages of your life. I would just like to say thank you to all of my clients, past and present. And as one client recently said, it's like we are family. We strive to do the best we can for you, whether it be in tax season or out, and whether it be a tax situation, a financial situation, or just someone to talk to about how things are going. Thank you for counting on us. Stop by my office on Cherry Street in Carmine, or visit me at nancyjwintercpa.com.
Family medicine providers care for everyone in your family through all stages of life. If you need a primary care provider, Farrell Hospital has 3 new family medicine physicians accepting new patients. Dr. Clay Ford in Harrisburg, Dr. Samantha Mosby in Eldorado, and Dr. Chris Moore in McLeansboro for quality, convenient primary care close to home for both adults and children. Visit farrellhospital.org and call to make your appointment today.
Welcome back to the 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Game 13 as Herrin leads Harrisburg 12-7. And right to start the second quarter, an intercepted pass for Reese Billingsley as Downey threw it right to him. So that's 2 mistakes by Carmelo Downey. In the last 5 or so seconds, he fouled Lukens to end the first quarter on a 3-point shot. And he turns it over there. Here's the Tigers at the other end. Lukens down low to Harrison now on the near side. Billingsley open for 3. Short rebound grab by Lawrence. Bulldogs come the other way. Herrin with a 5-point lead, 12-7. Frank across the midcourt line now on the right side to Downey. Downey looks, still looking, trying to get rid of it. Now he puts it on the floor, gets inside, pulls up from the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebound grab by Harrison. Tigers coming the other way. Lukens into the front court, crossover, getting a screen from Harrison. They try to go with the pick and roll. Lukens takes it himself. His shot no good. Rebound tipped out. Crank has it. Bulldogs on the run. 2 on 3. Crank goes to the basket. His shot good for Miles Crank. He's got 4 and the Bulldogs back within 3. It's 12-9 Herrin. Getting inside. This is going to be Billingsley. His shot blocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs. It will stay on this end of the floor. Do want to let fans know you are listening to the 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament on 97.3 WRUL, Carmine, Illinois, and online worldwide at WRUL.com. And you can also watch the games on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. Kyrie Slukins has the ball on the left top as Harrisburg comes down to man-to-man defense. They go near side to Lukins. He puts it on the floor. Now it's Taylor Brandon who's checked in. Another one of those 3-point shooters for Herrin. In the far corner, it's Taylor. Bounce pass to Harrison. Harrison looks, now puts it on the floor, and a double dribble gets called.
Good defense by Harrisburg there, guarding that set. They kept trying to get that open 3 in the corner on both sides, and they kept, denying it, and then they make Herrin make a mistake right there.
6:27 to play here in the second quarter. Harrisburg trails by 3. They have the basketball. Crank across the timeline, guarded by Lukens. Trying to set up the offense to the right side. It's Unthink, guarded by Harrison. Top of the circle, Lawrence down near side of Crank. Crank looks, jab step, now puts it on the floor. Dribbling, taking his time up to the midcourt logo. Now goes back to his right. Backdoor cut to Andy, reverse layup, good. Nice pass from Miles Crank.
Andy right there switching hands in mid-flight. Went with the left.
It's Billingsley going baseline. He gets met, now throws it out to Brandon. Deep 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound grab by Ryder. Great crowd on hand here for the afternoon session. This is when things get fun here in Eldorado. 12-11, Herrin with the lead. 5:35 to play in the second quarter. Top of the key, Unthink almost traveled, now goes inside. Lost it, got it back, going up against Harrison. He drew the foul. No traveling violation.
Shuffled the shoes right there.
I think he traveled twice from the one possession.
I mean, he lost the handle on the dribble, then, was jumping for joy right there, trying to collect it back, and I think he took a couple extra ones a couple different times.
Score stays at 12-11 for Herrin. They've got 3 turnovers, Travis, so far in this game, and 6 for Harrisburg. That's been the difference of the 1-point Tiger lead. Williams cutting his Billingsley down low. His shot good off glass with the left hand. Maddox Billingsley. And Herrin back to the full court pressure. Crank and Andy play a two-man game. Now it's Ryder. Back to Andy. They got to get it across, and they do to Crank on the far side. Lost his dribble. Travel. You can tell Travis Harrisburg trying to do a little bit too much, trying to get a little bit too quick on the offensive end, which leads to traveling calls.
Yeah, I mean, Herrin's press is doing what it's supposed to do, speeding up Harrisburg right now, and Harrisburg's just having a hard time, reacting to it. They're playing too fast for what they want to do.
Under 5 to play here in the second quarter, 14-11. Herrin with the advantage. Williams, top of the key, now on the left side to Harrison as Herrin goes to a 5-out offense. Brandon right top, guarded by Lawrence. On the far side, back to Lukens. He's guarded by Crank. Now they go on the right side to the big man Harrison. Now left side. This is Billingsley. On the right top, now it's Harrison. Back over to Williams, and now back over to Brandon near midcourt. 4.5 to play in the second quarter. 14-11. Harrisburg hanging in it. Herrin trying to run away. Lukens gets inside, dumps it off to Harrison, coming to the basket. In the far corner, they move it around. Brandon, open three on the way. He does not miss many of them. Taylor Brandon makes it a 6-point Herrin lead at 17-11. Bulldogs into the front court. They go up to Andy on the right top. Man, they had Unthink wide open. The whole crowd saw it, but the Bulldogs didn't. Now Crank turns and shoots. Left it short, but he gets the bounce. Miles Crank with 6. And Herrin back within 4 at 17-13. Lukens gets inside, and he will pick up the foul, or he will draw the foul as Crank picks up his first. To me, Travis, though, it comes down to the defensive end for Harrisburg, because we've seen teams trying to get in shootouts with this Herrin team, and
yeah, you're not going to win. You're not going to win many of those.
Yesterday. Yeah.
You're not going to win many of those shootouts with Herrin. I mean, defensively, this is what you have to do. You have to limit, their opportunities by not turning the ball over, not allowing offense rebounds, and do not let them get hot from three because it's over.
Top of the key back to Brandon. 3:30 to play in the second quarter. 17-13. Herrin with the lead and the ball. Billingsley trying to get inside against Andy. Now goes near corner to Harrison. Back left top to Lukens. Old dribble between the circles. Really seeing Herrin slow things down and be patient. Not very Herrin-like this season. Brandon bounced past to Billingsley on the left block, trying to turn around against Andy. Now lobs it up top, threw it in the backcourt. And Brandon goes and chases it down, and Harrisburg forces a turnover.
And that's what Harrisburg needs to do, force them into making mistakes.
3:03 to play here in quarter number 2, 17-13. Herrin with the advantage. Harrisburg has the ball. Downey to inbound, goes in the far corner to Unthink. Now back to Downey on the right top. Downey looks, cutting his Andy down low, one dribble, and offensive foul.
Cleared him out a little bit too much with that left hand.
So an offensive foul called against Cameron Andy. That's his first foul, and the 4th Bulldog foul. You can tell Travis early on, Bulldogs trying to get the ball to Cameron Andy, trying to get the offense running through him, and you mentioned that time a little bit too aggressive there, draws the charge. Williams near side getting a screen from Harrison, now goes to the basket, left-handed finger roll layup good for Xavier Williams. He's got 4, and the Tiger lead is 6 at 19-13. Crank in the backcourt, now across the timeline to Lawrence on the right top. Lawrence picks up his dribble, down to Unthink, up top of the key. Crank, 3 on the way. Short, long rebound. Crank somehow went and got it. Now on the far side, they get it near to Downey. Now to back to Andy at the top on the right side. Andy guarded by Williams, now left top to Downey. Downey with a jab step, trying to go around Brandon. Now they go to Unthink. Over on the right side to Andy at the free throw line. It says Downey trying to get inside. His floater won't fall, and the rebound grabbed by Jonathan Harrison for the Herrin Tigers. Herrin comes the other way. Lukens left top, now top of the key to Brandon. Right side Harrison, he's guarded by Unthink. Tries to dribble in, good job by Unthink turning him around, but now it's Williams getting inside. Far corner Brandon. Left side Billingsley. Billingsley working around Andy. Harrison lost it, but got it back near the Eagle logo, and Sailor Shirt says, all right, Let's slow down, guys. 90 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 19-13, Herrin with the advantage. On the far side, here's Brandon. He'll get a screen from Harrison. Behind the back, thought about stepping back for the shot. Now he goes over the near side to Williams. Williams jab step, guarded by Downey. Back to Billingsley. Left side to Harrison. 1:15 to go in the second quarter. Brandon left top, far corner. Williams, three on the way. It won't bounce in. Rebound in the hands of Cameron Andy. And Harrisburg comes the other way. Final minute here in the second quarter. Lawrence wants to go baseline. Stops, gets Harrison in the air, and missed the shot. No foul call. They're going to say it went out of bounds last touch by Herrin. So Harrisburg will get a second chance.
Substitutions, Harrisburg, 21, Ross Ryder.
Couple of subs in the game. Ross Ryder checks in. Also, Adrian Mann in for Harrisburg. 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 19-13, Herrin on top. Unthanked to inbound, goes to Andy on the right top. Now they get it to Mann between the circles. Back to Andy. At the Eagles print on the far right side. Now he dribbles up, pulls up for three and hits. Cameron Andy. He's got 7. And the Bulldogs back within 3. Can Lukens answer? No, he can't. Rebound grab by Crank. Harrisburg can tie it on this possession, down by 3. 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Crank across the timeline on the right top. Guarded by Lukens. He'll get a screen from Ryder. Crank goes to the right side to Andy. Now 17 seconds. Left side, it's Mann with it. Mann trying to work around Brandon. Gives it off to Crank. 10 seconds. Crank guarded by Brandon. Trying to call off a screen. Now drives inside with the right hand. Crank shot. No good off glass. Rebound, Billingsley just chucks one to the other end of the floor, and that's how the first half comes to an end. But a highly contested back and forth ball game that sees the Herrin Tigers lead by 3 after 2 quarters of play. 19-16. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break and come back with some halftime stats for you. This is the 58th annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament on 97.3 WRUL.
Taylor Eye Care on Falcon Avenue in Carmi has over 500 eyeglass frames to choose from in stock. Also, a large selection of designer sunglass, non-prescription or prescription. Taylor Eye Care treats every patient like a member of their family, going above and beyond the expected for a truly memorable eye care experience. Call Taylor Eye Care at 618-382-4683 for your next eye exam. That's 618-382-4683. Taylor Eye Care, excellence in eye care.
Roark Transport in Carmi has earned a reputation of dependable hauling that many in this area have depended on. Roark Transport now also offers rock, dirt, and lime hauling. From parking lots, driveways, and washouts, Roark Transport can handle all your rock and dirt hauling needs. Farmers can also depend on Roark Transport to deliver their lime when and where they need it. For your next driveway or parking lot job, remember Roark Transport for fast, dependable service. Call Roark Transport today at 265-3665.
Family owned and operated for more than 70 years. Rush Appliance and Furniture stands the test of time. We have a large selection of in-stock furniture and appliances for every room in your home, grills and smokers, and an unmatched dedication to superior service. This is Sean Rush inviting you to visit me in Fairfield or my dad Terry in Carmi, where we can help you furnish every room in your house with superb service after the sale.
Evil Eye Creative Studio in Carmi is a full-service communications and design consultancy. Located in the heart of Southern Illinois, we have a strong focus on small businesses, schools, and nonprofit organizations. From t-shirts to business cards to large format banners, we are excited to make your design project a reality. We also specialize in video and audio production. Reach out to us to see how we can create something amazing together, all within your budget. Evil Eye Creative Studio. What can we create with you?
Teamwork,
Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Carmi Lumber celebrates the student athletes competing and wishes them great success. Depend on the team at Carmi Lumber for all success with your home projects, electrical, plumbing, lumber, hardware, and more. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Visit them on North 3rd Street in Carmi or carmilumber.net. Carmi Lumber, proud supporter of area athletes.
Kingston, halftime of game number 13. It is Herrin leading Harrisburg by a score of 19-16. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Asher Pidrod back at the WRUL studio. Cadence Driscoll and Haley Winkleman with us for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. Scoring-wise, there in the first half for the Herrin Tigers, who lead by 3. They were led by Kyrie Slukins with 5 points. 4 points from Xavier Williams, 3 apiece from Reese Billingsley and Taylor Brandon, 2 points apiece from Jonathan Harrison and Maddox Billingsley. For Harrisburg, they were led by Cameron Andy with 7 points. Miles Crank had 6. 2 points from Nate Lawrence and 1 point from Andrew Unthink. That is your individual scoring wrap-up there from the first half of action. We will take another 3-minute break. We come back. Travis will have team stats for us. This is the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
Fouls, double dribbles, air balls. Unfortunately, all part of the game.
But with a great team behind you, you're right back in the game.
Sometimes life knocks you down, but State Farm agent Doug Raber and his team are there to make sure you get back up.
When something unfortunate happens, call me and get peace of mind you're working with a team committed to making sure your life goes right.
Call 618-445-2012. Find Doug Raber on Facebook and on the Square in Albion.
Stop in Silver Dollar Gaming every day December 26th through December 31st and enter to win $250, $500, $750, or $1,000 for guaranteed winners. Located in Carmi, Eldorado, Harrisburg, Herrin, DuQuoin, Alany, Murfreesboro, Salem, and West City. Partnered with J&J Gaming and located only at Silver Dollar Gaming. Must be 21 years of age to enter.
Have what you need to make this New Year's Eve celebration one for the ages? If not, visit Smoke and Joe's Fireworks Store and let's blast our way into 2023. Buy one, get one free orange stickered items. Scan Joe's more than 80 big screens to preview your fireworks selections and get the big 500-gram cakes, plus the fun stuff for kids like sparklers and Roman candles, even assortment packs. Find Smoke and Joe's Fireworks on Facebook and at smokeandjoesfireworks.com. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 6 and New Year's Eve. Call 270-389-0407. Get your boom boom for less.
Have you ever thought about the importance of a personal relationship with your bank? In today's world of kiosk and efficiencies, not every bank will take the time to get to know you and understand your financial goals. But at Banterra, we do just that. We have a strong local team with vast experience who live in and know our communities well. Stop by a Banterra bank location near you and get to know a bank who truly understands personal service. Banterra Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Abby Mawson, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand today's financial landscape and make sure you achieve your goals. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Let's connect. Start by giving me a call at 618-842-4696. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Life can be complicated, but managing your money should be simple. Whether you need to check your balances, deposit a check, pay bills, pay a friend, or transfer money to retirement savings, First Mid Online and Mobile Banking keep your finances simple every step along the way. With First Mid Bank and Trust, you can manage your money anytime right from your smartphone. You can even sign up for real-time alerts to stay on top of your account activity. Learn more about these conveniences at firstmid.com. First Mid Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Halftime here at game number 13 of the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Cole Carter and Travis Black with you as Herrin leads the Harrisburg Bulldogs 19-16 at the break. Travis, what are things looking like in terms of team stats there from the first half?
Herrin shot 7 of 20 from the field for 35%, 3 of 9 from 3 for 33%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line for 67%. Harrisburg shot 7 of 17 for 41%, 1 of 4 from 3 for 25%, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 50%. Rebounding and turnover numbers, Herrin has 6 offensive, 7 defensive rebounds, along with 4 turnovers. Harrisburg has 4 offensive, 6 defensive, and 8 turnovers. So, I mean, Harrisburg shot a better percentage from the field than Herrin. If they could just cut down these turnovers, they would probably be in the lead right now.
It's been the Miles Crank and Cameron Andy show so far there in the first half. 7 points from Andy and 6 points for Crank. You know, Herrin is so deep and so many guys can score. And Travis, we made the point multiple times. If you're Harrisburg, you can't let this get to be a shootout because Herrin's got more guys that can score. They need somebody else besides Crank and Andy to help up, but they got to get stops as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to keep this Herrin team down for so long because they just have too many at the end. Somebody's going to get hot eventually, but you just got to limit your turnovers, limit offensive rebounding. So if they do miss, don't give them another attempt at the basket. I mean, that's pretty simple. I mean, Cameron Andy's probably going to go for another, 13 in this half probably. So, I mean, where you're going to get scoring from him, you're going to get it from Crank, but they need one more person, whether it be Nate Lawrence, whether it be Upthink. They need somebody else to come and step up and help out those 2 big guns.
Coming up later on this afternoon at 3:15, it will be Carterville and Vienna. Roger Hobbs and Joey Lane will have that game for you. Then at 4:45, it will be the consolation bracket semifinal as Hamilton County takes on NCOE. The winner of that will go to tomorrow afternoon's consolation championship game. And then tonight, we'll have Anna Jonesboro and Massac County at 7 o'clock, Carmi and Eldorado at 8:30, and then Fairfield and West Frankfort at 10 o'clock to set things up for tomorrow's final day, Championship Wednesday, here in the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. This place is
filling out right now.
Filling out indeed, and 3 great afternoon games on the schedule. I'm excited for this second half. I think it's going to be a good game. Harrisburg, though, got to get some stops defensively. Herrin, though, they just can't miss. It seems like I know they didn't shoot that well there from the field stat-wise in the first half, but there's so many guys that can score. And they didn't go that deep there in the first half. Only played about 7 guys there in the first
7, 8.
16 minutes.
I mean, normally they play 11 deep, so but they're not going to shoot that bad like they did in that first half. So they're going to start making more shots.
It's not going to last forever.
Yeah, with this team, they're too good.
So Herrin does have the ball. They're going right to left here in the second half. Had a lot of close games here in the first 13 games in the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. On the right side, it's Xavier Williams cutting to Hayden Mayer down low, who was kind of quiet there in the first half and didn't take him very long to get his first points of the game. A bank shot right there. And just like that, Herrin extends their lead back to 5 at 21-16. Ryder into the front court, lost it, and nearly a turnover. They're going to say that Williams was out of bounds, says Rocky Hall on the far sideline, so it will stay with Harrisburg. 25 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter. Ryder to inbound, gets it in the backcourt to Crank. He'll walk it across the timeline. He's met there by Xavier Williams. Far side to Ryder, cutting his Andy down low. He catches it, trying to get inside. Shot fake, step through, draws a foul against Kyrie Slukins. It's a Herrin team. Talk about their offense all you want, but defensively, just very physical. And they do foul a lot. But
when you have that many guys to bring off the bench,
it's okay.
That's a luxury, yeah.
First free throw for Andy is up and good. He's got 8, leading scorer for the whole game.
I mean, that physical defense is kind of just their identity because they have so many guys to throw at you, and that helps them get turnovers and go down and score some more on the offensive end, which is probably their better end, but still defensively, they're no slouch.
Andy goes 2 of 2. He's got 9, back to a 3-point game at 21-18. Herrin with the advantage. On the right side, here's Lukens. He puts on the floor between the circles Williams, now near side Billingsley. Billingsley drives in. He's guarded by Ross Ryder. Over on the right side, it's Mayer with it, guarded by Lawrence. Left side, Billingsley now near corner. Williams for 3. A rare miss for Williams, and Unthink grabs the rebound. Harrisburg has the ball in a 3-point game. Near side, here's Andy. Bounce pass on the right top to Ryder. Ryder looks, now dribbles to his left, trying to get around Billingsley on the far side now. Unthink. Unthink puts on the floor. Behind the back, guarded by Williams. Unthink trying to work big man on big man there, but he lost it. Now in the hands of Crank. Near the Eagle logo. Guarded by Lucas, and you see the defensive aggressiveness there from Herrin, as Bulldogs are trying to take their time, get a good shot here on offense. 6.5 to play in the third quarter, 21-18. Pick and roll with Lawrence. His shot blocked. Unthink got the offensive rebound. Can't hit the putback. And the rebound grabbed by Jonathan Harrison. A great defensive possession there by Herrin. And the near side, it's Billingsley. Guarded by Ryder. Now top of the circle to Harrison. 2-point jump shot from just outside the free throw line is up and good for Jonathan Harrison. He's got 4. And the Tiger lead back to 5 at 23-18. Left side, here is Andy. Andy dribbles, goes in the near top to Crank. Calls out the offensive play with the right hand. Now a bounce pass on the right side to Lawrence. Trying to get a screen to Andy. They can't get him open. Now it's Unthink left top. Still trying to find Andy. Hayden Mayer all over him. Unthink lost it out of bounds off of Unthink's foot. Herrin basketball. Ball goes back over to the Tigers with 5:36 to play here in the third quarter. Here is where you start to see Herrin, in the games they win, make runs.
They start to pull away. They always start to, catch them off guard coming out of half, and they come just blitz you.
Williams top of the circle, left side to Billingsley. He's guarded by Ryder. Crossover. Ryder, Billingsley glitz inside and threw it through the hands of Lukens. Goes out of bounds into the Herrin bench. Out of bounds. Goes back over to Harrisburg. It's almost like a 3-1-1 full court pressure applied here by Herrin. Now kind of falls back into a 1-2-2. Bounce pass in the near corner. It's Unthink with it, guarded by Mayer. And they dribble the top of the key back to Crank. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. 23-18. Herrin with the advantage. Lawrence on the right elbow. Cutting is Andy. His floater up. Good for Cameron Andy. He's got 11. We've seen them run that play multiple times, getting Andy cutting on a screen from elbow to elbow. Here's Mayer on the right top, dumps it off down low to Billingsley. He lost it, tries to throw it out to Williams down near corner. It is Williams open for 3, rebound, grabbed by Andy on the missed shot by Herrin. Bulldogs can tie it here, down by 3, 23-20. Andy, far side to Crank, pick and pop with Unthink. He tries to drive inside. Lukens falls down as Harrison blocks the shot, but Ryder's there for the offensive rebound. Andy, quick 3 for the tie! We are tied at 23. Another long one for Cameron Andy.
He's got range anytime he steps in the parking lot.
23-23, 4:08 to play here in the third. And Billingsley turns it over again. Lawrence has it. Harrisburg with numbers. Lawrence picks it up and a bounce pass to Andy. Bulldogs can take their first lead since it was 8-6, and a foul going to be called as Andy was fouled. Travis, Harrisburg always brings a good crowd here to the EHT. They got some momentum on their side thanks to that crowd. Big shot by Andy. It's a brand new ball game.
They travel well. It's almost like it's another home game for them in the EHT, and with as many championship games they've been a part of in the last 10 years, I mean, they feel right at home.
They've got the shortest drive of anybody here. Just about 10 minutes. Crank, bounce pass on the right side to Unthink. 3:50 to play in the third quarter, 23-23 between Harrisburg and Herrin. On the far side, it's Crank, down the left elbow to Ryder. Ryder gives it back to Crank between the circles. He's got it by Billingsley, gets inside with the right hand. Crank down low, his shot is good, and Harrisburg has the lead, and a timeout taken by Sailor Shirts. This right here is what is fun about the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. The unseeded Harrisburg Bulldogs lead the top dog Herrin 25-23 with 3:31 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. This is the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
Warm up with savings at your local Huck's Market. Join the Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty program today and save 10 cents on fuel every gallon, every day for a limited time. Download the new Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty app and start earning your big rewards today. Exclusive offers tailored to you and earn points with nearly every purchase to redeem for merchandise, fuel discounts, free food, and more. Find it on the App Store and on Google Play.
Harrisburg leading Herrin 25-23. Cole Carter and Travis Black. Asher Penrod back at the WRUL studio. Caden Striscoll and Haley Winkleman with us for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. And Travis, we just mentioned a few minutes ago, Herrin led by 5. Got to thinking this is where Herrin makes their runs, turns 10-point leads into 20-point wins, and just like that, Harrisburg a quick 7-0 run to take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, Harrisburg's taking good, smart shots, and they're forcing Herrin really uncharacteristically to turn the ball over more than what they normally would.
After a Sailor Shirts timeout, still lots of basketball left, 3.5 to play here in the third. Williams across the timeline. He's guarded by Andy. Goes on the far side to Mayer. Cutting down low is Harrison. Harrison, whistle blows. They're going to call a foul against Andrew Unthink down low. Or was that on
Miles Crank?
Ryder? At 21. Oh, you're right, Travis. Thought Rocky Hall said 21, but he said 1-2. That's Crank's second. First foul against Harrisburg. Corner 3 on the way from Lukens. That's good. And Herrin reclaims the lead. Xavier Williams. He's got 7 points, 26-25 Tigers. Full court pressure back on by Herrin. They got to get it across the timeline. Crank in the backcourt, now up ahead to Ryder. Got past Williams. Ryder goes up, missed the lay-in, and the rebound is grabbed by Billingsley. Herrin has numbers. Billingsley traveled. Nearly lost the dribble, then he got it back and then glided in midair. That did not look right. Another Herrin turnover.
Normally when they look like that, there's something wrong there, so they're normally going to blow it.
It was like he was wanting to throw a hard bounce pass, but then bounce it to himself real high, and it took about 3 steps in between bounces. 26-25, Herrin with the lead, 2:48 to play in the third quarter. Crank gets inside, almost lost it. Now it's Andy between the circles. Back to Crank on the far top. Down low to Unthink, guarded by Mayer. Unthink turns, shoots, banks it in. Harrisburg back in front.
Yeah,
Andrew Unthink.
Feeding the big fella in the post right there. He just went up over 3 guys.
27-26, Bulldogs with the lead. On the right top, Kyrie Slukins. He'll pull up just inside the 3-point line is good for Kyrie Slukins to put the Tigers back in front, 28-26, 28-27 I should say, and a back and forth third quarter. Unthink in the far corner. Cutting down low is Ryder. His shot no good, but he got his own rebound, and they say that he was out of bounds when he jumped up to grab it, so the ball goes back over to Herrin. 28-27. Herrin with the advantage, 2:05 to play here in the second quarter as we take a break for Miles Crank to tie his right shoe. And we resume play. Lukens will walk it across half court. 2-minute warning here in the third quarter. 28-27 Herrin. Lukens. A screen from Harrison on the right side. Now back to his left. Now it's Mayer at the top of the key. Tries to get inside. Guarded by Lawrence. Back on the right side to Lukens. Crank there with a hand up. Harrison wants to set the screen, and he does, but Lukens doesn't use it. Now he goes back to his right. Crank gets around it. Lukens spins inside, dumps it off to Harrison, who gets under the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebound tipped out to Andy. 1-on-1 with Williams. Andy's shot. Woo! Good and one. This kid's fun to watch.
He's ambidextrous, dude. He finishes with either hand, and that was impressive. Offhand right there on the run with the bump.
Foul against Xavier Williams. That's his first. You know, we saw Cameron Andy for the first time, Travis, last year on the EHT, and he just really impressed me as a sophomore back then, but now as a junior leading this Harrisburg squad.
Yeah, last year they had Michael Gotze as kind of their, team leader. Now Andy steps in that role, and he's flourished in it.
Free throw no good. Unthink tries to fight for the rebound as he was boxed out by Fox Connor, who checks in. But Unthink will pick up his first foul. But Harrisburg does have the lead, 29-28, with 1.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Had a handful of back and forth games. This being one of them. Billingsley on the right top across midcourt. He's guarded there by Downey. Billingsley in the far corner to Lukens. That pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Crank. It will stay with Herrin. Again, coming up at 3:15 approximately, we will have Carterville and Vienna. That game should be a fun one as well. The 4 and the 5 seed. This game between the 1 seed and the 9 seed, Harrisburg, the underdog with the lead by 1. On the right side, here's Billingsley with a crossover. Fades away, shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Mann, and the jump ball forced by Taylor Brandon. The arrow does favor Harrisburg, but a great job by Brandon to get that in midair. A clean jump ball call. But Harrisburg keeps possession, and Herron keeps on that full court press. Downey. Back to Crank in the backcourt. Correction, that's Mann. And now it's Andy into the front court. Poked away and stolen. Mayer poked it away. And Billingsley has it for the Tigers. Cross court side to Lukens. Lukens with the dribble. Lob pass to Mayer down low. Turns, shoots, and draws a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Hayden Mayer with 43.6 seconds on the clock.
Bulldogs foul 23,
Adrian Mann picks up the foul, his first. Only 3 fouls for each side so far in the second half. Hayden Mayer's first free throw is good. Hayden Mayer only 3 points. I think it has a lot to do with this game being close. The fact that he just has not done very much.
I mean,
he had 2 early fouls there in the first half. Had to sit quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean that's just, you can attest that to how well Harrisburg's playing on defensively and then also offensively, go attacking him and force him into foul trouble.
Mayer missed the second free throw. We're tied at 29. Andy corner 3 got blocked by Williams, and it's grabbed by Lukens, who was triple teamed down low, and he threw it off the leg of Downey, and it goes out of bounds. Smart play by Lukens, and the ball goes back over to Herrin with 31.3 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. 29-29. As Lukens will walk it across half court. Near side, here's Mayer, guarded by Andy. Top of the circle, Billingsley. On the far side, Connor. Far corner, Lukens. Met there by Crank. He puts on the floor and goes back towards the midcourt circle as they're going to hold for one shot now. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Lukens on the right side, 3 seconds, pick and roll. Nice pass to Mayer, who goes up and missed the shot, but he was fouled right before the buzzer. They call the foul on Carmelo Downey. That's the second time that Downey has fouled a Tiger within a second. Or correction, they called on Nate Lawrence. The foul against Lawrence, and for the second time in this game, Herrin will shoot free throws with virtually no time left, but Mayer missed the front end of 2 shots. Back-to-back missed free throws for Hayden Mayer. And he got the second one. Mayer's got 4. We go to the fourth quarter here at Duff Kingston, and Herrin hanging on the 1 seed with a 1-point lead over Harrisburg, 30-29. Back here in 1 minute, it's the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
Hi, this is Jack Jordan. All of us at the Jordan Funeral Group hope you're enjoying the 58th Annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament. While we always strive to win, we also recognize that loss is part of the game in basketball and in life. Count on our caring staff to help get through the toughest losses in life. Visit JordanFuneralGroup.com for resources to plan ahead for grief support and learn all about how we can help in your time of need. The Jordan Funeral Group, Campbell and Sendabag Funeral Homes, family owned and operated since 1954.
Whether you need to move grain or other agricultural products, you just feel more confident counting on a family-owned transportation company. And with SGI Transportation, customers are part of that family. We understand the weight of your work, feeding the world. The reliable, dedicated drivers at SGI Transportation keep your product and operation moving at all hours. Because when family has a need, SGI Transportation answers that call. Find SGI Transportation on Facebook or call 618-968-2471. SGI Transportation, the most trusted name in trucking.
Starting the fourth quarter, Herrin with a 1-point lead over Harrisburg, 30-29. Tigers have the basketball. Hayden Mayer getting inside, lost his dribble, traveling violation.
Slid that pivot foot a little bit.
Cole Carter and Travis Black with you. Asher Penrod back at the WRUL studio. Caden Striskel, Haley Winkleman with us for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. Into the front court comes Mann. He runs into Taylor, and he gets called for the travel. So back-to-back traveling violations. Travis, I'm not sure anybody would have thought, as here we are in the fourth quarter, just started at a 1-point lead for Herrin, but Harrisburg has played very well. The upset win yesterday over Hamilton County, and they're right in this one today.
Yeah, they're eyeing the big prize today, taking down the 1 seed.
Billingsley on the pick and roll. He almost traveled, no call. Now on the far side, it's Williams who gets inside. He almost lost it, got it somehow to Billingsley. Now in the near corner, Brandon, guarded by Downey. He goes cross court to Billingsley. Far corner, Connor steps into it. His shot no good. Downey the rebound. No big man on the floor for Herrin. Jonathan Harrison getting a breather. Andy near midcourt. Tries to get inside on the right side. Now up top on the right side to Downey. Downey looks. Jab step. Crossover. Now off to Ryder on the left top. 1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. 30-29. Herrin with the lead. Andy on the far side to Ryder. Ryder looks. Puts it on the floor. Got it poked away. Now in the hands of Crank on the near top. Crank with 8 points. Andy with 16. Crank gets inside. His shot no good off glass. Downey there for the offensive rebound. His putback won't go. Mayer fights for the rebound. Spikes it on the ground and it goes out of bounds.
That was a sequence and a half right there. Missed shot, offensive rebound, missed shot, offensive rebound. Tried to throw it off of him, missed him.
That was a Gronk spike there from Hayden Mayer trying to save that ball. Sailors Shirts puts the starters back in. Williams, Lukens, Mayer, Harrison, and Billingsley. Reese Billingsley, that is. And it's taken away from Crank. Lukens, a great job keeping his dribble while on the ground. Lukens got bumped. He'll go to the free throw line on the missed shot. It's a great play by Kyrie Lukens, who got the steal from Crank, fell down, kept his dribble, and went to the rim. It's a hard thing to do, Travis, when you fall down. Normally they call a travel, but he kept his dribble to keep that play alive.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one great play.
Lukens will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 with a 1-point Herrin lead. No good. What are they from the free throw line, Travis?
They were 2 of 3 in the first half. Right now they're 2 of 5. They are not shooting well from the free throw line.
Very uncharacteristic game in general from this Herrin squad. 30-29, Tigers with the lead. Second free throw for Lukens on the way. He missed them both, but the offensive rebound by Harrison doesn't matter. Open 3 for Mayer, way off the mark, and then Ryder grabs it. Harrisburg catches a break. Potential 5-point possession missed. Lawrence at the other end. His shot won't go. Harrison the rebound for Herrin. Now the Tigers have numbers the other way. Lukens left top, thought about a 3, crossover, gets inside. Floater, high off the glass and good for Kyrie Lukens. He's got 9, and a timeout taken by Sailor Shirts with 5:56 to play in the ball game. It's a 3-point Tiger advantage, 32-29. We'll take one as well back in 30 seconds on 97.3 WRUL.
Southeastern Illinois College is teaming up with Farrell Hospital again to bring you the world-famous Howl at the Moon dueling pianos on Saturday, February 11th. Tickets are $35 per person, $60 per couple, $250 per table. Visit bidpal.net/concert 2023 for tickets. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. with an Italian dinner buffet by Chef Michael until 7. Photos by Epic Snap Photo, Balloon Pop, Silent Auction, and the show starts at 7. Join SIC and Farrell Hospital for a night of dancing, music, and fun with Dueling Pianos Concert for a cause.
5:56 to play here in the fourth quarter. Herrin with a 32-29 lead over Harrisburg, the 1 seed leading the 9 seed. Bulldogs trying to pull off back-to-back upsets to move on to the Final Four. Crank into the front court. He's met there by Harrison. Now in the near corner to Andy. Bounce pass in the post to Lawrence. Now up top to Crank. On the right side, Andy, 3 for the tie. Yes! Cameron Andy ties it once again at 32. Andy with 19. 5.5 to play. Williams near corner now to Mayer on the right side to Harrison. Lukens on the right top, gets inside, picks up his dribble, Harrisburg fans want a foul or a traveling call, but no avail. Mayer gets inside, and that's a travel.
Little hop step through and just took a little too many steps.
9 Herrin turnovers today. Harrisburg can reclaim the lead. We're tied at 32, 5:10 to play. Ryder on the far top, got it poked away and stolen away by Mayer. Then Ryder falls back on it and still loose, and then they finally call the jump ball with the arrow favoring Harrisburg.
Yeah, that was a little bit of wrestling on the floor
Boy,
over there.
and we've made the point how many times this year, Travis, it feels like jump balls get called so quickly.
Yeah, they instantly call it.
Yep.
That, they let it go on for a little bit.
That time Rocky Hall wanted to sit and watch. I like it, though. Inbound to Crank at 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Herrin 32, Harrisburg 32 in this quarterfinal matchup. Lawrence on the right top, now top of the circle, Unthank. Over back on the right top to Ryder. Ryder hasn't dribbled yet. Backdoor pass to Andy. Layup no good. Rebound grab by Lukens. Andy was hoping for a foul call, but no avail. Tigers can reclaim the lead here. Lukens pick and pop with Williams. Luken goes inside, now picks it up, throws it up top on the right side to Williams. No correction, Harrison with it. 4:25 to play. 32-32. Lukens will dribble back towards the Eagle logo at midcourt. Gets a screen from Harrison. Crossover back to his right, now behind the back to his left. Left top, Mayer. Near corner, Billingsley. They've got Harrison posting up. And Rocky Hall's going to come in and call a foul on the baseline against Andrew Unthank.
Yeah, a lot of physical play going down there.
Second foul against Unthank. Sixth foul against Harrisburg, so one more will put the Tigers at the free throw line. In the far corner, inbounds pass goes to Lukens and knocked away by Crank. And Carmelo Downey will come back in for Harrisburg as Ross Ryder checks in, so bit of a smaller lineup in terms of the 1 through 4. Unthank's still in there. Ryder kind of works as your power forward, but now Downey a guard in there for Harrisburg. Harrison left top, now Williams top of the key, now back to the left side to Williams. Cross-court pass. They swing it around. Billingsley, Lukens 3 for the lead. No good. Rebound in the hands of Mann. Harrisburg at the other end. Downey has it in the far corner. Now throws it up ahead. Threw it right to Billingsley. Herrin with numbers. Williams at the other end. It's Harrison who lays it in. Jonathan Harrison was 6. And the Tigers reclaim the lead at 34-32. Herrin fans making some noise for the first time today. Unthank left top. Puts it on the floor, now on the right side to Crank. 3:25 to play. 34-32 Herrin. Lawrence on the right block. Dribble, shot fake, goes up against Lukens off the back of the iron, no good. Downey offensive rebound, his shot, short. Unthank, his attempt, no good. Third attempt, loose rebound, Lukens has it, and he's fouled by Crank.
3 good attempts at the basket right there, and Harrisburg just could not convert it.
That's the 4th foul on Miles Crank. Second leading scorer for Harrisburg, and that will send Kyrie Lukens to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. We mentioned Herrin's free throw struggles in this game, but they were 2 of 3 in the
first half. 2 of 6 so far in the second half.
Uncharacteristic for them. Lukens a 1-and-1. First free throw, got it. Lukens has 10. Tell you what, win or lose, this game has got to be a huge momentum seeker for the Harrisburg Bulldogs moving forward for this season. Lukens missed the second one. It stays a one-possession game at 35-32, 3:04 to play. What's been an exciting one here in game number 13 of the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Andy, mid-range jump shot off the back of the iron, no good, and Lukens grabs the rebound. Bit of a rush shot there from Andy, and a big possession here for the Tigers trying to make it to a 2-possession game. And I can imagine, Travis, if you're Sailor shirts, no shot clock, you're almost going to make Harrisburg foul you here. Kill as much clock as you can.
Yeah, you don't want to give them any extra attempts at the basket. Work your offense, get the best shot available. Even if you don't even take a shot, just try to drown the clock out for 2 minutes here.
Harrison left elbow, fakes the handoff to Lukens, now hands it back off to Williams between the circles. Right side to Mayer. In the far corner, Billingsley. Back to Mayer on the right top. Back to Billingsley in the far corner. Billingsley got away with a travel, puts up a shot, banks it in! Reese Billingsley nearly carried. Harrisburg fans don't like the no call. And the Herrin lead is 5 at 37-32 with 2 minutes to play. Crank on the near side to Andy. And we're going to have a foul away from the ball against Xavier Williams. You see Andy Fehrenbacher still showing that he thinks the last possession was a carry and a big no call. It's a 2-possession game with 2 minutes. This is a big trip, though, for Harrisburg. You got to get a bucket here. As Harrison tips the inbounds pass. Travis, how would you like to try to throw one in against a 6'5" Jonathan Harrison down there?
Ball fakes your friend in this point. You got to give him a bunch of fakes so he doesn't just get a hand on it.
Lawrence lobs it in the backcourt to Crank. He gets it across the timeline, guarded by Williams. Crank getting inside, picks it up, dumps it off to Lawrence. His shot, good, off glass. Nate Lawrence.
Big shot right there.
37-34. Tigers with the lead and the basketball. 1:41 to play in this one. Lukens on the right top to Williams. He's guarded by Downey. Williams dribbles on a screen from Harrison. Gets inside, blocked by Andy. He stole it in midair. Here comes Harrisburg the other way in a 3-point game. Bounce pass to Downey. Gets inside, lost it. Williams saves it. Gets the steal and throws it up to Harrison in front of the pack. Missed the dunk, and it goes out of bounds. Harrison had an open lane, went for the dunk and missed it. And Harrisburg catches a break. It's still a 1-possession game.
Yeah, you can't be too happy if you're Herron's coach right now. 2 points are 2 points. Style points don't add anything extra.
Timeout, Herrin. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. It's the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
At Top Shelf Discounters, our business model is high quality, brand new home furnishings at deeply discounted prices. Find us at 215 North Walnut Street, Carmi, Saturdays 10 to 2 or by appointment. And follow Top Shelf Discounters on Facebook for weekly promotions and giveaways.
Do Over Decor and Boutique North City, your home for the latest styles and trends for women of all ages, featuring boutique clothing, decor, jewelry, handbags, gourmet foods, and more. Plus, Whitley's Coffee House provides a fun, relaxing environment in store. Find Do Over Decor and Whitley's Coffee House in North City and on social media.
It's a 3-point game between Herrin and Harrisburg. The Bulldogs have the basketball after a missed dunk by Jonathan Harrison and Travis. That's the biggest play of the game right now. You have a 3-point lead. If you make the layup, you're up by 2 scores with around a minute to play. They still have the timeout clock on the scoreboard, but let's see. There is
the ball game.
And Harrison missed the dunk.
Yeah, I give him credit for going for it. He probably could do that 100 times out of 100 in practice, but game situation, 4th quarter, a minute left. Your legs are tired. Probably jumped a little too far out, but hey, should have went for the layup. 2 points are 2 points.
So if you're Harrisburg, you don't need a 3 by any means, but you trail by 3 with 1:14 to play. Miles Crank across the timeline, guarded by Williams. Bounce pass on the right side to Unthink. Unthink looks, puts it on the floor, hands it off to Andy, cutting inside. Andy to the basket, his shot no good. Rebound tipped up by Downey, then Andy got it back. They call a foul on the floor against Harrison. That's just the 5th foul against Herrin. And with it being on the floor, no free throws yet. 59 seconds left to play. 37-34 Herrin. And a timeout called by Fehrenbacher of Harrisburg. A 30-second break. We'll keep it here. 59 seconds to play, 37-34. Travis, obviously you got to score here, whether it's a 2-point shot or a 3-point shot. You don't want to rush anything. Just get the best shot here because you got to score regardless.
Yeah, you got to get something probably going towards the basket. I mean, you probably like to have the ball in Cameron Andy's hands, but that's what Herron's going to suspect. So they're probably going to send a double his way, probably help off a lot to his side, whichever side that may be. So you just need the quickest score available or the best shot available.
So after the Harrisburg timeout, you draw something up. Still a minute to go. If you're Herrin, don't want to foul.
Yeah, that's the one thing you cannot do if you're Herrin. You cannot foul.
Not sure how we stand on either team in their timeout situation. But Herrin will inbound. Andy gets it up top to Lawrence. Lawrence down the near side to Crank. Do some screens on the far side. They try to get Andy open. They get it to Andy. High dribble, lost it, taken away by Billingsley. And now Williams lost it. He got it back as Fehrenbacher throws his marker in the air. We're at 45 seconds. Herrin leads by 3, and they call foul against Andy. And that will send Xavier Williams to the free throw line.
Well, they went to Andy on that one, and Herrin was ready for it. Sent 2 guys his way and forced him with a, lose the dribble.
Crank's pass was a little bit too outside for Andy. He was rather going to get called for a travel or turned it over. Free throw by Williams, good. It's a 4-point game. (38-34) with 44.6 seconds to go. Second free throw for Williams. Got that one, 2 for 2. He's got 9. 39-34, Harrisburg needs a bucket. Downey into the front court. Trying to find Andy. They get over to Crank between the circles. Crank gets inside, dumps it off down low to Unthing. One dribble, Unthing's layup up and good. And a timeout taken by Andy Fehrenbacher. Unthing with 5. This is a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take one as well. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
Shop, click, drive. It's that simple with RiceMotors.com. Picks and pricing updated several times a day. Even vehicles in transit. You get the first look when you shop RiceMotors.com. Got an idea of what you're looking for? Want to schedule a service appointment? You can do it all. Rice Motors has served the region for 90 years. And with RiceMotors.com, it's never been easier for you to shop. Click, drive. RiceMotors.com. Visit now.
It's no accident that more and more people trust Hale Body Shop when they need collision repair.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop work hard to get your car back to you as soon as possible.
They understand how busy you are.
They also understand that sometimes life happens.
And if you find yourself in an accident,
remember, when it does, there's only one place to go.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi, way out there on Possum Road.
That's all we'll see.
32.8 seconds left to play. It is Herrin leading Harrisburg 39-36. The Tigers have the ball, and they are in the bonus. So a foul will give them free throws. Billingsley to inbound, goes to Williams in the backcourt. You don't have to foul right away if you're Harrisburg, but they do with 30 seconds to go exactly. That's the third foul on Cameron Andy. Miles Crank does have 4. So you got to be careful there. Ryder comes out, Unthink comes in. Still a 1-1. And if you're Herrin at this point, you make your free throws, you got this game in the bag.
Mm-hmm. This is why it's very important to be able to shoot free throws well.
Williams missed the 1-1, but Harrison got the offensive rebound, and a ginormous sigh from the Harrisburg faithful as Williams is fouled again in the near corner. That was your chance for the Harrisburg Bulldogs, but Harrison used his 6'6" frame to get position, got the offensive rebound, and now Williams goes back to the free throw line. Still lots of time, 24 seconds. Williams missed the front end of a 1-1, or correction, sorry, missed the first of 2 shots. Rare back-to-back misses for Herrin from the charity stripe. Second free throw for Williams on the way. Got it. 4-point game. Williams with 10. Crank into the front court quickly, off to Unthink. Now it's Downey on the far side. In the corner, Andy tries to go baseline. Forces one up and hits it. Timeout, Harrisburg.
Big shot there by Cameron Andy.
Andy with 22 points. Scoreboard says, I apologize there. 40-38. So again, Herrin is in the double bonus. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and come back after that. This is the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
Mom is so happy at Wabash Christian Supportive Living. She enjoys herself, loves the food, and I've seen a positive change in her health.
Hi, this is Kathleen Garner, Residential Service Director for Wabash Christian Supported Living. And if your mom is still independent but missing out on socialization, isn't eating properly, struggles to maintain her household, or just needs daily support, Wabash Christian Supported Living is perfect. Wabash Christian Supported Living even offers on-site therapy. As a faith-based organization, you'll both feel confident our actions and conduct reflect your standards. Learn more by calling 382-2900.
Back here at Duff Kingston Gymnasium, Eldorado, as Herrin leads Harrisburg 40-38. 13.8 seconds on the clock. Herrin has the basketball. Harrisburg applies full court pressure. Tigers are in the double bonus. So a foul by Harrisburg will lead the 2 free throws. Billingsley to inbound. He looks, still looks, gets in a bounce pass to Mayer, and he is fouled with 12.6 seconds.
Almost
not the guy you want to foul. They almost got the steal, but not the guy you want to foul. Granted, there's not many guys in this Herrin team that can't shoot.
There's not many that you would like to put on the free throw line.
So you got to hope for at least one miss if you're Harrisburg. 12.6 seconds. Mayer at the chair. Second free throw for Mayer. Got it. He's got 5. Bulldogs need a 3. Here we go. 10 seconds. Crank into the front court. Double teamed. Crank lost it. Now in the hands of Downey. Downey forces one up. And a timeout right before the shot.
Almost banked it in there.
Andy Fehrenbacher. Can you imagine if that shot would have went in?
Oh, he would have been kicking himself.
Full timeout. Harrisburg will keep it here with 5.7 seconds on the clock. Well, you got what you wanted if you're the Bulldogs. That's a missed free throw at the other end. You've got a chance to tie. Silly question, but Travis, who you going to? Think about it long and hard.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think they know their answer.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go Cameron Andy. I mean, the kid's 3 of 6 right now today, and he's the only one that's made a 3 for Harrisburg so far. And I mean, he's made every big shot Harrisburg's needed down this stretch from yesterday to today. So I think you have to ride him.
You know, in some situations, you can say, well, you don't need a 3, but with 5.7 left,
yeah,
you have to get a 3-point shot. And enough time that you can draw something up, you can get some passes, some screens, and get a good look. You don't have to force one up here.
I mean, here now, this timeout's going to probably have Harrison on the ball, and then they're going to have 2 guys shading towards Andy's side. So it's going to be tough getting in the ball, but Harrisburg's got to draw something up that's going to give them just enough space to get a shot off.
5.7 seconds on the clock. Harrisburg has the ball. They trail by 3, 41-38. Unthank will inbound.
Wow,
nobody's
on the ball.
Well, because they're double teaming Cameron Andy. Lukens and Mayer draped all over him. Unthank to inbound. He looks, still looking. Gets it into Crank at midcourt. 5 seconds. Crank lets one fly. Goal!
Woo! Onions, man, what the? Woo!
This is the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Timeout Herrin, 0.5 to go. Unbelievable. Travis, he pulled up with 4 seconds to go.
he took it from the volleyball line. We talked about it, a couple volleyball line shots we've seen at the EHT, and I mean that's another one for the history books right there.
Go ahead and say it.
What?
Onions.
Hey.
Well, how many times do we say Cameron Andy, but you double team him, you let Miles Crank open.
Hey, if there's somebody being doubled, that means there's, some guy not being covered. And
unbelievable.
Yeah, just 4 seconds left. Instead of trying to get it closer, he decided that's where he wanted to shoot it from. So
now the question is, and you can imagine as soon as it goes to the net, Sailor Schurz is wanting a timeout. So now the question is, how much time is put back on the clock? They had 0.4 initially, which isn't enough time for a catch and shoot. So when this timeout clock runs down, we'll see how much time is on the clock. And 1.6, so you've got time for a catch and shoot here if you're Herrin. But again, if you're the Bulldogs, you cannot foul.
Yeah, just do not foul. That's the one thing you cannot do. Cannot let them send them to the free throw. And even though they've had free throw line woes, all they got to do is make one and the game ends.
1.6 seconds. Herrin's got time for a heave of their own. We're tied at 41. Mayer up at midcourt to Harrison. Gives it off to Lukens. Fires it. It's no good. We've got free basketball here at Duff Kingston. This right here is the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. 41-41. We go to overtime. We'll step aside for a 1 minute.
To know all the deductions that you can take, experience and knowledge to keep up with the ever-changing tax laws, rules, and regulations. Hi, I'm Keith Butch, and owner of Butch & Associates CPAs in Carmi. For 42 years, I've helped people just like yourself for your tax, auditing, and accounting needs. Stop in today at Butch & Associates on Main Street in Carmi. Call 382-4151 or visit butch.com. That's BOTSCH.com.
Your family's care team is close to home at Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics in McLeansboro and Carmi. From routine care, vaccines and DOT physicals, to disease management, x-ray, lab work, and COVID testing. With 9 providers and 8 specialty care clinics, Hamilton Memorial has you covered. Plus, for those unexpected illnesses, our weekend walk-in clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics. Here for you now, like we've always been.
We go to overtime here at Duff Kingston Gymnasium as a miraculous three-point shot from Miles Crank has sent this game into overtime, tied at 41. What a ball game. By far the best game in these first 2 days.
By a mile.
Andy and Harrison at midcourt for the tip. Herrin wins the tip. Billingsley the other way. Lost it. Turnover to start the overtime period. And here come the Bulldogs the other way. 41-41 with 3:45 to play. On the far side, Downey. Top of the circle now, Unthink. Unthink looks. Now pulls it back out with the left hand. Hands it off on the far side to Downey. Downey steps through. Picks it up now. Hands it back off. This Crank driving in, near corner, Lawrence, jumper. Oh, it rolled in and out, but there's Andy for the putback. Andy with 29 points. Or correction, 24 points for Cameron Andy. And Harrisburg has the lead at 43-41. Bounce pass right side, Mayer had great position, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, just two of Harrisburg's players tripping over each other a little bit right there. A little miscommunication, and they kind of bumped into each other.
3 minutes to go. 43-43 here in overtime. Lawrence on the right top. He's guarded by Harrison. Dribbles left, gets over to Unthink on the left side. Bounce pass on the near side to Downey. Downey looks. They're trying to get the ball to Andy, but they are double teaming him and face guarding him with Lukens. Make somebody else beat you. Well, they made somebody else tie the game. That was Miles Crank. 2.5 to play here in overtime. We're tied at 43. The unseeded Harrisburg Bulldogs and the top seed Herrin Tigers. Lawrence on the right top. Goes on the left side to Downey. Getting a screen to Crank. Now a pass taken away by Lukens. 2-on-2 the other way. Lukens over to Billingsley. Goes up. Hit the he missed the shot. But he drew the foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Reese Billingsley. And that is Andy's 4th.
That's not good. If you're Harrisburg.
Crank with 4th, and now Andy with 4th. 2:11 to play here in overtime. First free throw for Billingsley on the way. It's up. Got it. And Travis, how about, if Herrin makes 1/3 more of their free throws in that game,
this game's over.
It's over. It was the missed free throw by Mayer that let it stay a 3-point game and allowed this game to have a chance to go into overtime. Billingsley missed that one. Rebound grab by Crank. 1 point Herrin lead at 44-43 with 2:05 to play. Bounce pass right side to Lawrence. He's guarded by Harrison. Dribbles left. Gives it over to Unthink between the circles. Unthink dribbles left. Hands it off to Crank. Between the circles. Crank has 11. Andy has 23. Crank picks it up. Tried to dump it off to Unthink, but miscommunication. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Herrin with 1:44 to go.
And Harrisburg and these turnovers are really what's killing them right now. They have 11 in the second half.
After just 8 in the first half. 44-43, Herrin with the advantage. Lukens across midcourt. Goes left side to Harrison, now in the near corner. It's Billingsley. Hands it off to Williams, now near corner, back to Harrison. Harrison Guarded by Unthank. He'll come out back towards the midcourt logo. Just think about if Harrisburg can pull this off, how open it is on the championship side for about 5 different teams, including Harrisburg.
Yeah, including Harrisburg. Carterville, Vienna now has a really good shot at, it opens up a lot.
Still a minute 03 to go. 44-43. Herrin with the lead here in overtime. Near corner, it's Harrison. They're going to kill as much clock as they can. Crank went for the steal, missed it. Crank can't foul, and Andy can't foul. They both have 4. Williams gets inside, bounce pass to Billingsley. Layup good for Reese Billingsley. 46-43. Crank into the front court to the basket. Block shot by Mayer, and Mayer collects it. And now Herrin has the ball on a 3-point lead. And now with 30 seconds, there's no need for them to do anything but kill the clock. Harrisburg has to foul, but Andy can't foul. He's guarding Lukens. 20 seconds. Somebody else got to come over and foul. Lukens on the left top, now 15 seconds. Herrin might run this clock all the way down, now 12 seconds. Somebody's got a foul, and a timeout is called by Sailor Shirts. And Harrisburg just let about 15 seconds come off the clock.
Yeah, that's not a smart idea. They should have fouled earlier on.
And Herrin still has a 3-point lead with 10 seconds. Wow. A full timeout taken by Herrin. We'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. And back here shortly on 97.3 WRUL.
You lock up your house, you lock up your car. Citizens National Bank of Albion works hard to keep your identity and personal account information safe and secure. We encourage you to do the same. Be very cautious when receiving phone calls asking for your personal information, online banking username and passwords. CNB will never ask you for your information over the phone. Never give out your personal information. Citizens National Bank of Albion, no better banking, member FDIC.
Down, I don't know. It sounded like Mike was doing some weird things.
10 seconds to go. Harrisburg trails Herrin 46-43. It's been a crazy ball game. By far the most exciting game in this year's Eldorado Holiday Tournament. A miraculous 3-point shot by Miles Crank sent this game into overtime. But Herrin has outscored Harrisburg. What was it, 41-41 at the end of regulation? So 5-2 in this overtime session. And that's simply been Herrin taking care of the ball, and Harrisburg's really only had, 3 trips down the floor on offense?
Yeah,
Herrin has killed a lot of clock.
Ran their offense and just killed clock.
10 seconds to go here in overtime. Billingsley will inbound. Throws in the backcourt. They get it to Williams, and Williams gets away from Lawrence. Now on the right side to Mayer, and he is fouled by Unthank with 5.9 on the clock. And you got to think if he makes at least one of these, this one is going to be all wrapped up. Third foul against Unthank. So Mayer goes back to the free throw line where he missed one at the end of regulation to allow the game to be tied, and he missed the first. So it comes down to this free throw. I think right now it's between the ears for Hayden Mayer, Travis.
Yeah, sometimes free throws are a mental thing. You can do it physically. It's just, mentally getting there, focusing in, and picturing you making the shot.
Mayer got that one. 4-point Herrin lead with just 6 seconds to go. Herrin does press in the backcourt. They throw it up ahead. Mayer with the steal. Crank fouls him. And it looks like the top Tigers are going to survive. Frank commits his 5th foul. And a huge roar from the Harrisburg faithful and others as he walks off the floor. What a game by these Harrisburg Bulldogs. That close from busting everyone's bracket as Mayer hits that free throw.
Now the pressure's off. Now he's swishing.
Yep. Makes it 48-43 with 4.9 seconds. Missed that one. Harrisburg. So Herrin will keep it anyway. With 3.5 to go in a 5-point game. Offensive rebounds on missed free throws. I know, at least twice. That's really hurt Harrisburg. Billingsley will inbound. They get it into Mayer in the far corner. They'll foul him with 2.6. And Mayer will go back to the free throw line as Ryder commits the foul. So this loss will drop Harrisburg down into the 5th place bracket. It will come back tomorrow at 8:30 to play the loser of the next game between Carterville and Vienna. First free throw for Mayer is up and good. He's got 10. Makes it 49-43. Mayer's second free throw is good. They inbound it to Andy. He fires from midcourt, and this game is over. Final score. Herrin gets the win, 50-43. The Tigers stay alive in this championship bracket. They improve to the Final Four. They'll go to the semifinals tomorrow at 12 o'clock to play the winner of the next game between Carterville and Vienna. A thrilling game, by far the most entertaining game of this year's EHT, and they win it 50-43. We will step aside for a 1-minute break. We come back, we'll wrap things up and get you ready for Carterville and Vienna. This is the EHT on 97.3 WRUL.
This is Nancy J. Winter, CPA. It has been a pleasure to grow with you, to go through the stages of your life. I would just like to say thank you to all of my clients, past and present. And as one client recently said, it's like we are family. We strive to do the best we can for you, whether it be in tax season or out, and whether it be a tax situation, a financial situation, or just someone to talk to about how things are going. Thank you for counting on us. Stop by my office on Cherry Street in Carmine, or visit me at nancyjwintercpa.com.
Family medicine providers care for everyone in your family through all stages of life. If you need a primary care provider, Farrell Hospital has 3 new family medicine physicians accepting new patients. Dr. Clay Ford in Harrisburg, Dr. Samantha Mosby in Eldorado, and Dr. Chris Moore in McLeansboro for quality, convenient primary care close to home for both adults and children. Visit farrellhospital.org and call to make your appointment today.
Final score, Harrisburg falls to Herrin in the quarterfinals by a final score of 50-43. And it was a dandy here in overtime as Harrisburg was led in scoring by Cameron Andy, who scored 24 points. Leading scorer for the whole game, Miles Crank had 8. 4 points from Nate Lawrence, 5 points from Andrew Unthank. For the Herrin Tigers, they were led by Xavier Williams, who had 10. 9 points from Reese Billingsley, 10 points from Kyrie Slukins, 11 points from Hayden Mayer, 6 points from Jonathan Harrison. Maddox Billingsley scored 2, and Taylor Brandon with 1 3-point basket. And Travis, the stats that I think everybody's curious about. Free throws. How'd that look there in the second half?
Herrin shot 23 free throws in that second half, 12 of 23 for the game, 14 of 26. Harrisburg only shot 3 free throws in that second half, 2 of 3. And then turnover numbers, Herrin had 11 for the game, Harrisburg had 20. So, I mean, if Harrisburg cuts down on their turnovers, they're probably in a better spot. Don't give them many possessions. Also, if Herrin makes their free throws, this game's probably not close.
Yeah, you made a good point, and just very uncharacteristic. Some things that Herrin did, they took over a handful of times, and the missed free throws really hurt them in regulation, but it didn't matter. And the Tigers prevail, get the 7-point win in overtime, win it 50-43, and they will advance to face the winner of the next game, which is Carterville and Vienna, coming up here in about 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll get the headsets over to Roger Hobbs and Joey Lane to bring in the next game between Carterville and Vienna. We'll step aside for, let's go a 5-minute break and come back.